Hi, welcome to Angie 111. This is a quick intro in how to use Blackboard. I'm just going to show you the most important aspects of Blackboard. When you first log in, this will be the screen that you see. It says announcements. When you come on for your first class, there will be an announcement here. Every time I have something to say to the class, I will make an announcement here. I can't stress enough how important these announcements are. If I give extra credit at all in this class, the only place I will note it will be the announcements. If there are some things that I need to say about how to do the assignment that aren't maybe necessarily listed in the instructions, it will be in the announcements. There are things that you can miss if you skip reading the announcements that can help that can lead to you not getting as great a grade as you want. When you first come into class, the very first thing that you're going to want to do is click on Enrollment Verification Quiz. This is not available right now. It will be available when you come on for the class. Click on Enrollment Verification Quiz and then click on it again. This is to show that you've been in the class. This is very important for your financial aid. So make sure you take the class and then hit submit when you're finished. The next thing you should do is go to the syllabus. This syllabus is summer syllabus right here. When you click on it, it will download it to your computer. Everything you need to know about the class, your assignments, the weight of the assignments, what is due, the readings that are due, everything is in the summer syllabus. The next thing that you should do is go into weekly assignments. This is probably the most important section of Blackboard. Every week when you come on, I will have all of your assignments, all of the readings, and all of the due dates listed in these weekly assignments. So you'll see if you click on weekly assignments, you'll have all of the weekly assignments throughout the class. And if it's week 1 and you go and you click in week 1, I will have everything listed that needs to be done in week 1. So here I'll have your announcement. Here I'll have everything that you need to read, everything you need to do, the chapters you're supposed to read, which assignments are due. I will have links to every assignment. So you'll see here you have a link to the enrollment verification. You'll have a link to the introductory quiz. You'll have a link to the discussion board, and you'll have a link to Inquisitive. It's important to get onto Inquisitive as soon as possible because you do need a login. You'll have a code that you got with your textbook if you purchase your textbook from the JCC bookstore, and you're going to need that code to register for Inquisitive. The important thing about Inquisitive is you do not want to get behind. The due dates are in the system, and you can't go back. So once a due date has passed in Inquisitive, you can't go back no matter what I do. It's just not possible to make up Inquisitive. So you're going to want to make sure to stay on top of Inquisitive. When you come back in the next week, again, the next thing you want to do is just make sure to go into week 2. First thing, you should do this every week. Monday morning, go into the weekly assignments, check to see what your reading is, check to see what your due dates are. It's important to note that on discussion boards, your initial post is always due on a Thursday. So make sure you're paying attention to the due dates when you go into the weekly assignments. This class is really easy to pass if you read all of the instructions, and you'll see that I give instructions on how to do every assignment. I always outline what the point of view should be, how it should be formatted, what you should provide in the paper. I always give everything that you need to succeed in these assignments as long as you read the instructions. You'll also note here in week 2, I have discussion board etiquette listed. And what I mean by that is I want to make sure that when you're doing a discussion board, that when you're responding to someone, you're not just giving a one-sentence post that says, yes, I agree. You should be reading the post that you're responding to, picking out points in it that you can relate to, and then writing a 3 or 4 sentence paragraph in response to their post. Make sure you address each original person by name and respond with your name in the post. If I ask a question to you in the discussion board, I expect you to answer it. However, that does not count towards your minimum number of responses. It can, however, lose you points on your grade if you do not respond to my questions. So as you can see, Blackboard is relatively easy to use. If you look over here in the left-hand margin, everything you need for this class is in the left-hand margin. You'll have your announcements, you'll have your weekly assignments, You have how to contact me. You'll have each discussion board throughout the course listed here. Your student portfolios, when you have portfolio assignments due, click on student portfolios and then you'll find your name will be in here. I also link to the portfolios within the weekly assignment. So again, the discussion board, the student portfolios, everything will be linked within the weekly assignment. So that is the major tab to remember to go to the weekly assignments. You can also access your JCC email through the left-hand margin here, and it is important for you to make sure you can access your email because I can only communicate with you if you message me through your JCC email, not your personal email. And the reason for that is because your information is confidential, and if you're not emailing me from your JCC email, I have no way of guaranteeing that I'm talking to you. You can access your grades here on the left-hand menu. You can also get Blackboard help. If you're having trouble with Blackboard, the system, you can click here to find help. So again, the most important thing is weekly assignments. The next most important thing, announcements. And then the third most important thing, my instructor. I am always available to answer any questions. If you have even the slightest question on an assignment, the best thing you can do is email me because I will always be happy to talk about the assignment rather than see you get a bad grade. Thank you.